typically in our country, when you have a girlfriend, they are, well, let's just say, exclusive. But apparently Matthew Stafford didn't want to be exclusive. Apparently Matthew Stafford, the former Georgia quarterback, now with the Rams, was with the Lions, is a big fan of casual dating, which to me just sounds like random sex. But I'm old. I don't know. I don't know what the kids are doing nowadays with their crazy hookups and all the stuff that they do and their casual sexness. But I will say one thing, even in this era of casual sexness, I believe it's important to uphold your team and teammates by not having casual sexness with your teammate's girlfriend, which is apparently what happened. Can we play the clip, Caleb? Because this is maybe the funniest clip ever spoken by a woman not named Tina Fey, who is the funniest person walking the face of the earth. So here we go with Caleb and his clip that he pulled about how Matthew Stafford's girlfriend is a little, I don't know, morally loose.
Well, this is not, it's his wife now, Kelly Stafford. They have 4 children now.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to get into that yet because I went, would you forgive? Okay, so let's just set up, you don't do this to your teammate. Who do we think this is? We think it's another quarterback. Do we want to?
We know it's another quarterback, and I have a couple of names in mind. So
okay, let's play the clip first because this is, I'm telling you, this is as good as it gets.
Okay, so this is, just before we start, yes, this is Kelly Stafford on a podcast, Matthew Stafford's wife, talking about something she did in college when she was dating Matthew Stafford.
Yes, and it had nothing to do with a flute, but I would like to thank the interviewer, by the way, for dressing up for her big podcast. All right, let's go ahead and fire that out there.
Right.
Wait, so was he trying to casually date and you were all in?
Oh, yeah, girl. Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like,
that'll do it.
He was the bad boy, too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point, he like waited and followed me out and got in my car and wouldn't get out.
Stop.
And he was
like, "This is so hot."
I was like, "This is amazing. It's working."
Yeah.
I was get out of my car, and he was like, he's not right for you. And I was like, what? You can't tell me that.
Huh? What kind of car did she drive? Word is it was a Toyota Tramp.
Let me be fair to her in this way. Let's be fair on this. Matthew Stafford, it sounds like he wanted to date other women and not commit to her, and then he got mad when she played the same game. Isn't that what it sounded like?
Turnabout's fair play. My point is, do you ever take somebody back because this could disrupt the team too?
Well, the question I'm trying to figure out is, okay, so
now
guys,
wait. Here, I'm just going to warn everybody. Here he goes. Conspiracy Caleb is about to join us, everyone.
I don't think it's conspiracy. Okay, so basically, before I get to who this may have been, Georgia was 11-2 in 2007, finished number 2 to LSU. They had a mysterious blowout loss to Tennessee that year, and that was the last year Tennessee won the East. The year later, Fulmer got fired. Tennessee was not the better team than Georgia that year. Georgia was significantly better. Tennessee just beat the brakes off them, and I couldn't explain it. A year later, Georgia enters the year ranked number 1 and has a mysterious blowout loss to Alabama, is mysteriously upset by Georgia Tech, and also loses badly to Florida and Urban Meyer. Now, you could say this is just Mark Richt always choking in big games, but I'm like, or was there some internal strife that cost Mark Richt a national title at Georgia when he had arguably, I think, maybe the 3rd or 4th best SEC East quarterback ever? Behind like Peyton Manning, Tim Tebow, and so I'm just throwing that out there.
Just throw.
And by the way, Lane Kiffin, and just so y'all know, Lane Kiffin has now gotten involved in this.
Okay. That I've got to hear, and I want to get to, and I'm going to tell you that this actually happened at the University of Tennessee, and I'm going to tell you the story about that. First 15 seconds from Newberg Collision Center.
5th year, the second and third generations continue Joe Newbert's commitment. his vision of what this business needed to be, we still try to live up to that.
Joe Newbert Collision Center.
So what did Lane say about Matthew Stafford's girlfriend practicing the center quarterback exchange with other players?
Well played. Okay, so most people are assuming now there were about 4 other quarterbacks on different rosters over the 3 years Matthew Stafford was there. Many people are jumping to the conclusion, without evidence, that Joe Cox was the guy who she carried on this relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
So Antonio Brown, who, whatever you think of him, who's kind of a terrible person, but is the funniest troll on Twitter today. Okay, he decided that he tweeted a picture of Joe Cox with the phrase "cracker of the day."
Yeah.
So,
by the way,
that's
Matthew Stafford, I'm not good at judging men, but if you're on our video platforms, you can see that Joe Cox has his head shaved, which is generally not a great look for Caucasians. But Matthew Stafford is significantly a better looking dude.
Yeah, you don't have to be into men to know Matthew Stafford looks better than Joe Cox. And
Joe Cox looks like he's getting ready to go to some sort of procedure. He's done the pre-surgery stuff, like they had to shave his head and stuff, and they've got to, I don't know, take something out or something.
So let's also, Lane Kiffin retweets.
Is getting a lobotomy. Who else is talking about that?
So Lane Kiffin retweets Antonio Brown saying maybe with the finger, the thought emoji. The reason that, like, Dave, what is Lane Kiffin saying here? Is Lane Kiffin saying that he spent time with Matthew Stafford's wife?
Wait. No way.
I mean, he wasn't at Tennessee yet. He was at Oakland.
Wait. So she was in college. How old was she?
How old was she? She's Matthew Stafford's age. She would have been 20. She would have been 20. Matthew Stafford's my age.
Still too old for Lane. Kidding.
Okay. Wait. Okay, Dave. I'm thinking about this in my head. Crazy Caleb's coming around. Okay. Crazy Caleb's coming. Okay. Lane Kiffin got fired by Oakland by the Raiders in September of 2008. He got hired by Tennessee in December of 2008. That means Lane Kiffin had a decent 3 months where he was sitting on a few $1 million with nothing to do.
Okay. Now Dylan says, I don't want to accuse Lane.
We have to address this. Lane, open the door.
Okay. Dylan says, Caleb, please pull up a picture of the guy she left Stafford for, and let's all have a laugh. So I thought they were married now.
They are married.
Oh,
they are married. Stafford and Kelly Stafford are married. She didn't leave Matthew Stafford for this. I don't even blame her because everyone's going at her. But in my mind, I'm like, that's like, again, Matthew Stafford was the one who said he didn't want full commitment. He wanted to just casually date. She said, okay, we'll casually date. I'll casually date your backup. That's all. You can't get mad, right?
Okay. What's worse? I'm going to ask the message board. The fact that she did that in the first place, or the fact that she's talking about it all these years later.
I don't think anything's wrong with it because, again, that's their business. I just think it's funny. The only thing that's wrong with it is if you're going to make him jealous, you don't have to do it with a teammate, right? Can't you pick like some other person to make him jealous?
No, that's the sign of just being a bad person. And she admitted to it being contrived. I mean, I don't care if they have 58 children together. If I saw that video, I would be looking for a new wife. I'm dead serious. I mean, she just thinks it's a big laughy ha-ha thing. It's not a laughy ha-ha thing. You might have created team dissension on a program that actually had great morals, that I respected the heck out of Mark Richt, and I hated the way he got treated. I understood it. Yeah, I don't. This is not the person. Meade says that's a situation that go toxic real quick. Yeah.
But why can Matthew Stafford casually date, but she can't?
I'm okay. I don't understand you kids and your casual dating now, but if
Matthew Stafford wants to do it,
right? If that's what you're going to do, that's fine. But you don't need to be telling this story in 2024 about it, making him look like a wimp.
But this is like, okay, so do you remember when Tiger Woods had all those girls came out that he was sleeping with and he had a ton, and apparently it came out that Tiger Woods got mad and very jealous if they were with other guys? I'm like, wait a minute. You were like cheating on your wife with like 18 other women and you're mad if they have other partners? Like, you're so hypocritical in that. You can't be mad at your woman for having other partners if you have other partners. I mean, that's just how that works. So now, again, by the way, just so many people are now saying that Joe Cox was actually in a committed relationship in college. So many people actually think Logan Gray was the one that she's talking about. Not. And I'm going to show a picture of Logan Gray. And Dave, again, not into men, but okay, who looks like the person that would be more? Logan Gray looks significantly better. Oh, sorry, significantly better than Joe Cox, doesn't he?
Yeah, Logan's a good-looking guy, I guess. I'm going to move on. I'm going to get to T. Scott Jones.
Wait, but no, you didn't engage mine. Did Lane Kiffin, is he saying that it was him? Even though he wasn't the backup quarterback? Is he indicting himself?
No, surely not.
Well, then what is he saying? You know Lane better than I do. What is Lane saying with that retweet of Antonio Brown with maybe? Is he saying he should be the cracker of the day for some reason? Is it just a reference to the cracker of the day?
I think Lane knows. I think these guys know what happened behind the scenes.
Oh, wait, Lane's saying maybe. So Lane actually knows who it was. So he's saying Antonio Brown has the wrong guy.
That's the way I read it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the way I read it. But you know how Twitter is. You can.
But how would Lane know? Was he hanging out on Georgia's campus when he was unemployed for those couple of months? Picking up girls in Athens?
What year would this be?
2008. It was after he was fired by Oakland before he was hired by Tennessee. That 3 months where he had nothing to do.
These coaches all know each other, though. So he probably knows somebody on Georgia's staff, and they're like, and he's got free time to gossip. That's what I would imagine happened.
And basically never gossip with Lane Kiffin because Lane Kiffin will light you up on Twitter for humor later if he sees a moment, right?
Yes. Just imagining her leaving Joe Cox's apartment and to the Tramp Mobile, and Matthew Stafford is just sitting there waiting for her.
Don't you have the Tennessee story to tell before T. Scott?
Oh, I do have okay. So there was a situation, and I'm not going to get into names. But there was a highly rated local prospect that went to Tennessee, and within less than a week, he stole the starting girlfriend's quarterback. The starting quarterback's girlfriend, which did not play well, needless to say. And it affected team chemistry. So with 85 guys and 85 potential girlfriends, isn't it going to happen? Probably. But if you're a freshman coming in, I know the heart can be difficult to control, but you shouldn't target the quarterback's girlfriend. That's just my piece of advice for the day. Take it for what you will, but that's not the direction that I would choose to go.
Didn't Bruce Pearl target his son's friend?
Quite possibly.